Hello, YouTube, and welcome to the third episode of our newly named podcast, Knowledge of RWBY. I am your host, Goldstar. Oh, okay, thanks. I am your host, Goldstar, and today I have two other co-hosts with me, as you guys would like to take the floor and introduce yourself.
Yep, you know the co-host Joe over here.
One at a time, please.
And the other co-host, Knight. And I'm very sorry about the audio in the last episode. We have no idea how that happened. It was good, then it turned to shit.
But we will not let it happen again. We figured out a solution to that, and should have no future audio problems, I hope.
Yeah, hopefully.
So yeah, and would you care to explain what we're talking about in today's episode, Knight?
Okay, so today we're going to talk about RWBY Volume 6, Chapter 4. And to start off, I think this episode is mainly a filler episode, and I'd say it's a good filler episode after the reveal in the last episode. It basically just everyone's reaction to the thing that Salem can't be killed, and mad at Osmond for not telling that Salem can't be killed, basically. And then Salem's reaction to finding out that Ozpin is alive, and that Cinder basically failed.
Yeah.
It begs the question of why she's surprised by it, though.
That is a good question, but
it is a good question.
But maybe she was like surprised about it because remember she did fail in Volume 3, and then she trained all throughout Volume 4. Maybe Salem actually thought the train would help her, but no, I guess not.
But why is she surprised that Oz is still alive, though? Like, she had to have known he'd come back.
Well, here's the thing. Remember, Volume 4, Cinder says that she killed Ozpin. So, maybe Salem thought that when he reincarnated into like a baby or something.
Well, no, I think like one thing we need to take away from episode 4 at least is that whenever the guy revealed, I forgot his name, kind of
Ozma?
Hazel?
Yeah, Hazel revealed that Osmond is alive. I heard in the background someone say that soon, meaning that probably for Osmond to reincarnate, it takes some time, and maybe this was just like a earlier point of time than his usual reincarnations.
Yeah. It's like here's a good example of reincarnation. The Avatar series, where basically when one Avatar dies, immediately another one takes his place, but usually as like a child. Like as a baby, and has to live life and then die and so on and so on.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing like maybe it's like Osmond reincarnates and like 2 years later he appears again or something like that. He appears again.
Yeah. And that's what I think about the whole reincarnation thing. I don't know exactly like how it goes for Osmond's reincarnation, since that was really never explained. All they say is that he reincarnates as another person. We don't know at like what age the other person is, because for Oscar it was like when he is the same.
Well, it's hard to say. Like his first reincarnation, he reincarnated into just, I would say, like a young adult. I would say. I think that's the age, young adult. And then when we see him, he's like adult age.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah, we never see like him getting reincarnated into a child until Oscar.
Yeah, maybe a part of reincarnation is that like the more times he reincarnates, the younger he reincarnates as. So maybe.
But like there was that moment where he was a really old man.
That is true.
And then he became young, and then he became old again, then young, and then.
And then it continues, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think filler is like a good name for this episode, but also I think a good name is like a reaction type episode where we just see the reaction, like Knight was pointing out earlier about how the characters felt about certain events that happen. I think that's like a really good way to describe this episode and why it's such a good filler episode, because we get to see what the characters think. Yeah. And it's not just filler for the sake of filler, it's filler for the sake of reaction.
It was like I just love Crow's reaction to
punches
Osmond just right in the face. That was a great reaction. I hope for something like that. If they didn't, it'd be like, I was like, guys, believe Osmond. Like, yeah, he lied to you.
Mm-hmm.
So why should you trust him?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's actually quite interesting for Crow, because he was like he said, he was cursed with his bad luck, and he thought he had a purpose for it. But now realizing there's no purpose, how is that gonna affect him?
Yeah. Also,
So that be part of calling Crow, or not Crow, calling Ozpin the greatest misfortune of his life.
Yeah.
Yeah. That also sounds to me like Crow maybe since he's having doubts on Ozpin. I think like Raven is actually right, because Ozpin never really had a plan.
Well, I didn't think he didn't have a plan. It just wasn't a very good one.
I mean, he doesn't have a plan now. That's for sure.
His plan is make sure the relics don't fall into Salem's reach, and that's it.
But what happens when he actually gets all the relics? What happens after? He doesn't know.
Yeah, like I don't. He's like, it's his plan to improvise.
Not ready for its Judgment Day yet.
Yeah, not at all. No.
Not at all. Like, they're still fighting like humans at the Faunus. There's like there's like if we decided okay, the gods are back. What the hell have you done? Kill everyone instantly.
Pretty much.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. There's also what's the character's name? I forgot her name. Maria
Caravel.
Maria Caravel. She's very interesting because her reaction because she had no idea of the relics or anything at all until yeah. So basically, while Team RWBY and Crow got more information on what they already knew, Maria just got the information from the genie and nothing else.
Jin.
So that was just very interesting how they just like took charge of we just need to focus on getting out of here.
Yeah, it kind of makes me wonder what exactly Maria's past was like in order for her to be like, I lived this long, I'm not gonna die. I wonder,
yeah.
What exactly?
Who is she exactly?
Yeah, who is she? Like, where does she come from? It makes me like,
how did she lose her eyes?
You know what?
Is she a silver-eyed maiden? Is she?
Maybe.
Maybe. But
I want her to be a silver-eyed maiden so bad.
I feel like this episode, not only being filter and reaction, but it also kind of opens up questions and opens up like kind of anticipation for future episodes, which is another reason why it's a good filler episode, because it leaves a viewer wanting more out of it, and it's not just filler for the sake of being filler. But
like every Yu-Gi-Oh filler ever.
Damn.
Yep. Oh yeah, by the way, for those of you who don't know, I got Knight into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes, we will have maybe a Yu-Gi-Oh video soon on this channel.
Not on my channel though. My channel.
Not on Goldstar's channel, because Goldstar's channel is basically just gaming.
I mean, there's that Duel Links video we did. There's that.
If you guys want to see a Yu-Gi-Oh video on Duel Links, let us know in the comments. But anyway, let's get back to RWBY.
Back to the subject of this podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, one topic I thought was very interesting, which is kind of something that Joe pointed out earlier, was Salem's reaction towards the end of the episode when she found out that Ozpin was alive and that Cinder failed her. I kind of felt like for Cinder failing her, she kind of took it very lightly, I guess. You know, just kind of let her rot and let her prove herself until she can come back.
Yeah, because if Cinder dies, oh shit, we have to find a new fall maiden. But it's like, Cinder's alive. It's fine. Just let her rot. Just make sure she doesn't die, and then we're good.
Yeah, and for Ozpin, she told everyone to leave the room, and then
I just realized that. So, the line in Volume 5 of basically, I think Raven said it, that Salem only uses people until they're not useful anymore.
Yeah.
Or something like that. That basically, she basically only needs Cinder to unlock the beacon relic room. Except, I guess they haven't found it yet or something.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they found it. It's just it's a lot harder to get to, as Ozpin said.
But what does that mean? Is there he's got security defenses or something? What does that mean?
Or maybe
are we Ozpin? That's the question. Are we Ozpin? Do we know what goes on?
But we can assume what exactly he means by that. Maybe it's just a fact. It has to do with the fact that it's more well hidden compared to the other kingdoms.
Or maybe he just took the relic out of the vault and hid it somewhere else.
Or maybe that.
Well, then that would again bring up the old theory of it's the cane and he was.
It's not the cane.
Well, we don't know anymore. He lies about a lot of things. You don't know anymore.
But why would you think the cane is your relic? Why do you still think that?
Because of the fact it makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Why does it make
Okay,
sense to you? Why does it make sense? Just go through your
It makes sense
mindset.
why they'd pick it up and why Crow would have it on him at all times. It would make sense why it's suddenly so significant. It's not just a cane that he has with him.
Well, I think because it's like it was his original cane that he made into his weapon that's been passed down throughout his reincarnations, like they show in the last episode. That's why Crow carries it for his next reincarnation. It's like to make it clear, it's Ozpin.
Still, that seems stupid.
I mean, it may be stupid, but I guess
That's
it
what
just is
happened.
what it is. I mean, like Knight was saying, maybe it's just a way for everyone to know, at least on Osmond's side, to know who the next reincarnation of Osmond is going to be. And that cane is like a sign of, if he recognizes that cane, if he wants that cane, then it's that reincarnation of him.
Yeah.
So that's like, okay, that's his calling card essentially then. Alright.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's a relic, just because,
I don't think it's a relic, it's just a weapon.
yeah, just a weapon, a calling card, yeah, something along those lines.
There's also another thing I want to bring up, whereas, who do you think is gonna, like, what do you think the villains are gonna do now, their next step? Do you think they're gonna go, I think there was a mention of Vacuo? I forgot how you pronounce that. Vacuo, I think? But do you think they're gonna, head after the Relic of Knowledge, or try and attack a new academy?
Well, I mean, now that they know that, so they said that they know that they're going to. Did they say that they know they're going to Atlas?
Yes.
Yeah, Hazel mentioned that they know they're going to Atlas.
Yeah, and that's how Osmond was revealed, because it was revealed that Osmond was leading them to Atlas. Yeah.
How do they know that? And how they? How does
The spider people. Remember how they said they're looking like, sorry, there's someone already looking for the Team Ruby and Team Junior.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well,
I'm guessing it was Hazel, Emerald, and Mercury before they left. They asked around, went there and asked if they know where they're headed before going to Salem.
Alright, so that would make sense then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at the same time, it just like, I don't know.
I
So
don't
how
know.
does she know, and how does Salem know that Cinder's still alive? Is what I want to know.
Maybe he can tell when a maiden dies or something.
But at the same time, like, I don't know.
Or maybe because Cinder is part Grimm.
It could be that. No, honestly, I'd be willing to agree with that.
And also, so what do you think they're gonna do? I think like Sam's gonna just send a bunch of Grimm to attack Team Ruby and Crow,
I mean,
or just like have like Tyrion or like Watts. I have a feeling after this is about the journey to Atlas that in Volume 7, Watts is gonna appear and attack Atlas. I feel like that's gonna be the more journey to Atlas, like Volume 4 was the journey to Haven.
yeah.
There's gonna be a journey to Atlas, and then Watts is gonna probably attack Atlas. I feel like.
I mean, there's also one key fact that I feel like I should highlight, is that the Grimm are attracted to the relic. So
Yes.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Ozpin. By the way, we owe you a lot for that. Thanks a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
But pretty much no matter what they do, they're gonna be attacked by Grimm. It's just a fact of what kind of Grimm we can expect to see,
I like-
highly
I-
predicated
and if
on-
Salem's gonna push any more like further action on that.
I forgot what the new Grimm are called, but I really like the design of this. The new Grimm from the train. They're fighting against the train. I really like the design of them.
Yeah, that was a
I
good
did not
design.
like what's it called, the nuclear wave or something like that from Volume 4. That seemed just weird. But these,
Oh, the Nuckville Grim, you mean?
yeah, like Volume 5. I don't think we saw that many Grimm.
Yeah. No.
yeah,
not
it was
at all.
mainly but like these Grimm were just great. They were
They were unique.
Cool.
They were
They were
their design was
unique.
very interesting, to say the least.
yeah.
And I felt like they were threatening in some sort of sense because of
Yeah.
the threat they imposed on the first episode.
Yeah.
I feel like it builds up anticipation for what the Grimm can do.
I also like, I don't know, I'm not sure if you guys mentioned this, but in the first episode, I really liked how they showed that how just like regular trains protect themselves against Grimm without they have like like 1 or 2 huntsmen, and then they have the train has armor
Oh no,
and
I,
has turrets on it.
we didn't mention that. I mean, besides the fact it was ineffective and actually attracted.
It's ineffective, yeah, but it's a great thing to show that hey, we know the Grim are a danger. We're not going to just have a regular train with no protection, just huntsmen. We actually have turrets on this
He
train.
basically was defenseless, though.
Well, it could be.
I mean,
maybe because it's a relic.
I mean,
It basically was defenseless, though.
I mean, it did kill some Grim.
It did kill some Grim, but it attracted more, and because of the relic, it attracted even more.
Yeah, exactly. And something I want to highlight from the first episode too, I like the fact that John could like connect his aura with other people's and like enhance
yeah, it's not like he just heals them. He uses aura and basically aura enhancer, which kind of what he does actually in the game Ruby Grim Eclipse, which is kind of his ultimate, where basically he gives I think everyone a damage boost.
Well, I mean, I never played as his character in that game. Yes.
I've played him like just get the achievement, but yeah, that's basically his ultimate. Is that he gives, I think, him and this team a damage boost. Or a health boost, I don't remember.
Okay, either which way, it is a boost to something.
Yeah, it's a boost to basically the aura, which I really like how they use.
Yeah.
And hopefully we see the rest, like John, Nora, Ren, and the rest of the volume, besides maybe just the end.
Yeah, we actually haven't seen that much. We actually haven't seen any of them since the first episode.
Also, a person we haven't seen since the first episode is Adam.
Yeah.
And that's what I was gonna say.
So I don't know how long this volume's gonna be. Hopefully, it's like the other one where it's like 14 chapters.
Hopefully.
But hopefully they'll have Adam in the next episode. Yeah. I understand because of the reaction, they didn't need to have Adam. Need to focus on basically Salem and Ozpin.
Yeah.
But hopefully you have Adam in the next episode.
Yeah. One thing I hope that doesn't happen this volume is that they don't have too many storylines to kind of juggle around, and that they're not just going from side plot to side plot. They actually have like main stories and main like I guess kind of parts to focus on.
Because the stories that are going on is basically Team RWBY's journey to Atlas, and then Salem's basically attempt to stop them, I guess, and then exposition on past and whatever.
Yeah.
And then I guess a side story would be Adam, but we haven't seen him since
episode 1. Yeah.
Well, basically, I guess he's gonna try and just hunt Blick down. I guess I think that's what he's gonna try and do.
Yeah. I mean.
Or Sun. This would be interesting. Or.
You think he's gonna go after Vaku? Like, isn't that where they're headed, Vaku? I think that's where Sun and Neptune said they're headed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they said they have to retrain the team.
Yeah.
Which would be really interesting.
I mean, we're probably not going to see that much of that this volume because of everything else that's going on.
I just really want to see the Grimm trying to attack Atlas Academy and Atlas's technology, what they would use against them. Because I want to see, like, besides the mechs and I forgot what they're called, the Atlas droid thingies.
Oh, the Paladins?
No, yes, no, not the big mech.
I know what you're talking about. I just don't know the name of it.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah, like the soldiers, the knights, I think they're called.
Elysian Knights.
Yeah, the Elysian Knights and the Paladins. I want to see besides those what else they have to defend. Like I remember in the what was it called, the Black trailer, that they had that giant. I forgot what it was, like a spider droid, a spider tank. If they have something like that again.
But do you think the technology is going to be effective against the Grimm, or will it be like the train?
I hope it would be, because Atlas is like the first sophisticated technological tech hub. Hopefully,
don't forget, there's only one person who would really know at the end of the day.
Wait, what?
There's only one person who really knows whether it's going to be enough or not at the end of the day. You know who that is?
Who?
Osmond?
Your boy Watts. Your boy.
Me guesses Osmond.
He's from Atlas. He's from.
Yeah, and I hope Watts has maybe like tech Grimm or something like that. Like maybe he has like the droids like in Grim Eclipse, you have those like robots that have a minigun.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it was annoying.
But that's like Murloc, but maybe it has
the
something
noise,
very
yeah.
similar to that.
they were very annoying enemies. I hated them.
They're very annoying, but hopefully maybe it has something cool like that. That'd be cool. That
Yeah.
works with the Grim.
Yeah, it'll also be really cool to see like kind of what you're kind of leading up to is like the combination of Tech and Grim and how they can work together to kind of make a threat to Team Ruby.
Yeah.
Or anyone like that.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, I love that idea in Grim Eclipse. I really want to see it in the show, where like a mutated Grim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? Because this is kind of turned into a filler podcast.
It is kind of, but
It's about a filler show. So.
it's about a filler episode. But there's one other thing where it's like Tyrion,
Yeah.
which Tyrion. So I guess he's kind of back to normal. He doesn't have his tail. Maybe Salem will, if he's gonna like hunt him down, maybe Salem will give him a Grim tail or something.
Hmm.
I really don't want that. Like, I really don't.
I mean, if he's decided to hunt him down, it's probably gonna happen. Cause I don't know what he's gonna do with his tail right now.
I mean, he's still a creep as always.
Oh, of course,
So I'm-
yes. Of course.
Yeah, he's insane.
Yeah.
Which is I just really like that. Tyrion's the one I think one of my favorite villains. I think are Salem, Tyrion, and Adam sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes Adam.
I hated
But-
Hazel's story and backstory in Volume 5.
I think it was really just rushed. It could have been interesting, but it was just kind of lame. It's like,
My sister went to academy, died, now I hate you, die.
yeah,
That's very horrible for a villain story.
yeah, especially like one of the main villains.
Yeah.
It could be like a side villain, but one of the main.
Yeah, one of the main villains who, as you saw in Volume 5 for like the last 2 episodes, he really let his anger out, and it kind of built up. Like, what is his anger about? Why is he so frustrated at Osborn? And then the story is revealed, and it just...
Osborn!
It's
Yeah.
so underwhelming. So
Also, what do you think is gonna happen to Emerald and Mercury? Since they have been like for the past 5 volumes, been like Cinder's cronies,
Mm.
but now they're working with Hazel basically. Since
Yeah.
Cinder is
Cindy's
Gonzo.
stranded
Yeah.
with spider people.
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, maybe.
the
I
thing
mean, there are
about
two possible
stuff.
things to happen with Emerald and Mercury. One, they could try to go out and find Cinder, or two, they can continue to get closer to Salem and Hazel and just kind of work alongside them.
Oh, I forgot. That's another storyline. Cinder trying to get back to wherever Salem's dimension. I forgot about that storyline.
Just kind of forgot
Yeah.
about that entire
Yeah, no,
story.
yeah, I think I mean yeah.
Now
That's
we
another
actually
story.
know where that is as well, which is also cool.
Yeah,
We know where that is. That's the realm of the older brother.
Yeah.
yeah.
The younger one, sorry.
Which is kind of it's interesting. Never mentioned how you get there, which I'm guessing going to just tell us, show us later in another volume or something
Yeah,
of how
or
they get
later
there.
They're
this
gonna have to go
volume.
there eventually.
Yeah. Hopefully the final like fighting at Salem is in that realm because that'd be really cool.
Yes, it would be. Yes.
It's kind of like just like a what's the no, it's kind of like an upside down like version. It's just like kind of like an what's the word? It's like an upside down version of Earth, kind of like I would say.
Mhm.
Upside down doesn't even begin to describe it. Upside down.
Upside down.
Bizarro.
Bizarro, that's where like a Bizarro kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a good word.
Bizarre.
But yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully,
bizarre.
I'm gonna call it the next episode. We're gonna obviously continue the journey of Team RWBY, but we're also gonna see maybe something more of Cinder,
Hmm.
Hopefully.
and probably something with Salem, and hopefully something with Adam.
Yeah, hopefully something with Adam. I completely agree on the Ruby part. That's definitely obvious. But
That's obvious.
yeah.
That's
I-
a gimme.
Mm-hmm. And the Salem part is also pretty obvious, but maybe they might shift their focus to Adam or like another
Yeah,
story
like
they
Adam,
had. Cinder.
like trying to track them down.
Mm-hmm. Not sure. Hopefully Adam gets more of a focus as well as maybe Cinder.
Because it kind of sounds like Cinder is also trying to track a Team RWBY down, but also trying to get back with Salem.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also at the same time, hopefully Neo just attacks Cinder. Because Neo has to be in his volume.
And if she
I really want Neo in his volume.
and if she isn't,
We all really want Neo in this volume. Neo is a character we all missed from back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the
And I
OG
really-
days of the first 3 volumes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's about it. I don't think we have anything else to discuss about.
No, not really. I mean, the filler podcast, filler episode.
So-
I think we're
No,
good.
no, but it's not a filler podcast episode. This is just talking about a
It's
filler
a
episode.
filler, not a filler. It's a filler.
No, it's an episode. This is not a filler. It's an episode about a filler. But okay, whatever. Anyway,
It's a filler, man. Just admit it.
yeah, it's a
The
filler.
sooner you accept it,
It's
then-
a filler
the sooner-
podcast.
It's a filler.
Alright, anyways,
The sooner you accept it, the
thank you
better.
all
The
for
sooner-
tuning in. I think it's been around 20, 30 minutes at this point.
Something like that. Yeah.
Like I said, I am your host, Goldstar, and along with my 2 other hosts, Joe and Knight. And
Yep.
this has
Yep.
been Knowledge of RWBY.